I know where I am, and I'm way here. Wow. All right, so I mean, this is, you guys have never seen any of this. It's all new. I think they rearranged it, like that might have been in a structure another way at some other point, but not really, because that one's coming out of the ground. And it's a trident, so it's been pre-planned. I mean, that was its intention since the day they grew it 60 years ago. You can't think like that, because you don't think in terms of 60 years. Like I said, they're not about today, from what I can tell. They're about always. You're about today. Not you, us. We're all about today. We have like 2 days left in our lives, basically. Our whole life is fear. I don't get it. I mean, you can brainwash yourself out of it, but look, we all have to process death and stress and money. And yeah, I know there's some people that have it made, right? They never have any problems. It was just handed to them. The richest kid in the world. He's the biggest idiot I've ever seen in my life. Getting other YouTubers to make him popular. Never done a thing in his life. And never has to worry. And meanwhile, there's people killing themselves with 6 kids and, you know, in the ghetto, you know. It's just an amazing thing how, I know she had those kids, I get it, but just how really hard life is for most people. Even if you consider yourself happy, it wasn't easy, was it? Nothing's easy. Why is that? Why is it that even being rich isn't easy? I know, try me. But to ask a rich person, nothing in this world was meant to be easy. That's why you know you're going on. You're going somewhere. Look, you better be good, because you got nothing to lose by believing in Jesus. You have everything to lose by not. Just think about it. If you're wrong, which you're not, I promise you. I know from beings. If you're wrong, you're fine. What was, there's no harm in it. You became a better person. But if you're right, it just happens to you. There's no faking Christianity. You either happens to you or it doesn't. You know what I can't believe? I was just saying to myself, like, I'm in the craziest of world, right? It's like insanity. I got it. I have to go early from not early, but early to normal because of my goosebumps. My hair and goosebumps, you guys, when that happens and it doesn't go down for like 2 hours, it starts to become like a major issue. Like it gets to be like uncontrollably annoying. I have nothing to do with it. It's just, well, it is because it's me, but, oh, I remember this. Let me show you. Oh, you know what else? Perfect timing. Look at that. You guys, this place always rains. Every time I'm here. It doesn't rain in Colorado, hardly ever. Every time I'm here, it comes. And there it is. Look at that. What a day. I'm so happy, so grateful. Believe me, I could add into the stressful stuff as well, but I'm not. I am so happy, so grateful, so poor, but so thankful that I'm able to do this. And then especially when you see a dark cloud coming and knowing that that I've just dominated the day, even if it was just with structures and just being out there and finding these seats and, you know, and then here comes the rain, but I'm okay. I can get in my car, you know, go home. It's never over. I mean, it takes a day like today, you know, before you see even a half an hour video, there's 12, 14 hours of work, typically. And some of them are easy. You can tell when it's easy. But most of them are extremely brutal. Let me show you something absolutely outstanding. It's the most tribal spot here, practically. All right, watch this. Because I was showing you, because I normally come out of my spot that way, and I come down. And then I'm walking through that field, and then I looked up last year. See, tell me if you guys remember this. I remember being so tribally, incredibly blatant for being the first thing you see. You know, that's why some of it's so confusing. Because, you know, I'm walking through their system right now, but watch this. And then we'll call it a day. Look at this. I'm close to where I'm parked now. Like the road's it's not that far down there. A couple hundred yards. Blatant. Tremendous force. That thing went that way, broke, and then it went up on there, and then something stepped on it. And then it's so tribal. Look at this, you guys. If you ever see me do this, it's not always about timestamps. Sometimes I'm just zooming to get a better picture, and I'll just leave it. because it was. I want you to isolate that shot. I know there's at very least little ones right here and in the tree next to me. I don't know how. I just know now. It's a crazy thing. I know when I'm there. So you can. I don't expect everyone to believe that. This is what I'm out to find. Like, I love that what I showed you, but if I could find little tribal spots like this, when I say tribal, I just mean perfect. It's so obvious that someone did it. It's almost ridiculous. Like, you picture like an Indian here doing it. Look at that spot. Yeah, there's a seat. You see that? He sits behind that tree because no one has ever walked here before. Look, they sit behind that. He sits right there. There's all his mulch. The seat's right there. Right? There's rocks on it, like brought rocks that are just sitting there. It's all structured. More breaks. Look. Remember, this is very difficult for us as humans to accept. Just because you cannot see something doesn't mean it's not there. There's a system that goes all the way out into the grass there. And here he is right here. And he's got a teepee. So this is all their entire system wrapped up in one little 20-foot spot. It has every single thing it needs. There's your teepee, which is your power plant, right? You got your X, tons of broken X's, and it's all connected to the giant system behind that goes all the way up into the forest, which connects to that giant X I just showed you. And it's amazing to me that it's right here. Like the first thing you see. This is it. Look, you guys. In fact, this is the only spot right here where you even see trees down left and right, and where the pines are this close. I go that way. My spot's that way. So I'll bring you guys through here. You'll absolutely love this. You don't have to be an Olympian to do this. I do the fast way, so I'm straight up, straight down. I have no time to mess around. But when I have people, we'll take it slower. Plus, I got to bust on Alex, and I got to give those guys a hard time. It's part of being here. I got to give you a hard time a little bit. It's no fun. Look at that spot. Okay, so that's where a being you didn't know existed sits. It's all his power plant's behind him, and he sits right at that stump right there. Always more than one. Right behind the tree. Look at the X that can be seen from the sky. Okay. The UFOs are rampant here. Me and Joel saw all the people that come up to meet these UFOs. They're like parked on the side of the road at like 2 a.m. up here in the dirt road. You'll never see them, and they're just in the most random places. We think they're like hypnotized or something. That's what we think. I mean, Joel will tell you the story how all of us, because we were up here at night, no one should have been up here. And we drove up at night, we came back at like 10, 11, and there was random cars parked against the woods. We're like, well, how could these cars be here? They weren't here an hour ago. Well, how could they be in the woods? There's no way. Like, you got to see where we are. And we feel like it's like they don't even know. Like they got in their car and they're like hypnotized and they come out here. It's so weird. Well, there's a lot going on with humans that we don't know. So one thing I can tell you guys, I can testify for you on this, okay? I truly believe I've never been, that I know I've been involved. In fact, I could swear I've never been like abducted or any of that crap. But one thing that's true is that they'll wipe you. There's no question in my mind that when you hear these stories about alien abductions or they wipe their minds and all that stuff, that's 100%. In fact, it's so easy for them. I don't know if that's a technology or telepathy. I really don't know. I wouldn't use your common sense on that either, because telepathy would seem easier, but it's one or the other, and they can just wipe you. I think it's telepathy. Like, what if I'm up there, I'm saying energy overload? The whole see as you walk by. So if you were just going by, you don't see anything. But if you look, you'll see everything. Look at the third on the X. He's sitting behind the 2 trees. He's probably a part of those trees right now. I find it amazing that is a setup for a Sentinel. That to me is basically a guard station. In a sense, like I'm making that up, but I can't think of what else. Why else they would do it right there? It just makes no sense to me at all. I love you guys. Not you guys. Over now.